All right. Zuckerberg takes the stand in Meta trial, apparently over social media addiction. My opinion on this is shout out to Congress for putting on a show for us, like they really care. And if they do care, somebody need to be penalized about this. Facebook is a LLC, so it is a person. So I don't know if you hold Zuckerberg directly accountable, but hit them in the pockets. Facebook is addictive. I was on Facebook for an hour and a half tonight, and I'm gonna finish at the end of this segment. I'm gonna give condolences, and I was looking up something all night on Facebook, looking up something, and it wasted an hour and a half of my time. Before I knew it, an hour and a half had passed. I'm supposed to have been streaming an hour and a half ago, but I was on Facebook distracted by every other thing that popped up, plus what I was looking for. So, you know, I think that while we focusing on the fact that it lures little kids in, hell, they got grown ass people occupied and that could be doing better things with their lives. Over occupied, rather. A woman leave her kids in the Uber to go drink. This is crazy. I would like to think that as we move forward in society and we move forward in our future, that judges when they doing custody hearings and stuff, like I don't give a damn if she carried the baby for 10 years before she gave birth. Who's the better parent? Who's the more stable person? Who is the more relaxed who is the most boring parent? Who's gonna be in the house all the time, chilling and going to work versus the lazy MFer who parties and smoke weed all the time? Like, come on now. Like, judges need to get some discernment and common sense. I don't want to hear this natural parent because she's carried the damn child. She could not have impregnated herself, period. Motherfucker, like, I know that men can't carry child, but I done doodled some big ass turds in my life and them shits hurt. I ain't had a big turd in a long time that really fucked my stomach up or hurt it like a motherfucker. Like, it's like, oh, jeez, I don't even want to shit this out. But at the end of the day, freaking, nevertheless, a man, if I could have carried my own kids, like if I would have decided however many kids and I would have did the shit. And you could have gave me a C-section. Half these women ain't pushing the babies out anyway. They having C-sections. Them bitches don't push out no more. So the fact that this lady left the kids in the custody of an Uber driver says a lot about this new generation and what judges need to do when they making decisions. I show speed father. Man, that's my son. I'm so proud of my son. He out in Africa right now. When he get back, I'm gonna let him slide up on y'all and show love, man. Gonna be me and I show speed. Still a braid said, hi, what's up? Love. Y'all go ahead, drop them comments, man. I'm just dropping this news on y'all. Miami Hurricane shuttle bus driver was wasted. He crashed into two cars and he didn't even know it. Fam crashed into two cars. A lot of y'all airplane pilots and shit, they be wasted too. You ain't never seen that movie with, well, who that was? Was that not Nicolas Cage? I think it was Denzel Washington. Like, that shit happens. Like, a lot of these high priority drivers, they under stress and they drive better. Fucked up. I Love Memphis is back in jail. My advice to I Love Memphis is simple. And I ain't the type of person to tell a person to sell their home for shit. I would just say rent that bitch out. If you own it, rent it out. Because you're dealing with Plantation Police, the most crooked police department in South Florida. Period. Plantation Police, be it a small department, is like LAPD, NYPD. You know how you hear them notorious for fucking corruption? That's Plantation Police. I Love Memphis. Get out of Plantation, my brother. Look at the name. Plantation. It's a permanent neighborhood, but they said that he was disturbing the peace. You can't do what you could do in maybe a hood or a black neighborhood or middle, whatever you want to call it, kind of suburb. Them folks gonna look at you like a rich black man with money who is an oddity. You young, they're professionals. Mind you, we talking about plantation doctors, lawyers. You can't be no nurse living in no plant. In South Florida, nursing ain't gonna get it. I just want you guys to understand what I'm talking about. In most cities around America, if you're a nurse, you can buy a big house. South Florida, if you're a nurse, you can buy a condominium or an apartment. a luxury apartment. You can't buy no damn house. This man is a hood nigga with dreads from Memphis, owning the house around all these prestigious career people, and they just pissed. So anyway, somebody said, anyway, we keeping it pushing. Um, Let me see. A cop. Listen, I want to see the law change on this. So it was a cop chasing a man in South Florida, and the cop killed somebody chasing the man. At some point, see, this is the thing about it, right? A lot of people don't give cops credit enough for being great drivers because it's some awful fucking driving cops. I don't think cops get enough credit for being some crash shots. You got to be a crash shot to go. If a person trying to get away from you, imagine how they heart beating, and how scared they is, and how fucking they willing to run red lights and endanger their life to get away. Imagine a motherfucker who just like, bitch, I do this shit every day. I endanger my life every day. I endanger other motherfuckers. You gotta have like a screw loose. And you gotta be a great driver. You gotta have a skill set. There are some cops that can't fucking drive for shit. That's why they get lost in the chase. You can burn their ass. So I'm of the mindset of this. They got this thing where a cop chases you and he kills somebody, you get the charge that he did. No, motherfucker, you should share this shit with me. Okay, you killed somebody chasing me, but you're the one killed them with your bad driving. You could have caught this motherfucker off. I watch police chases all the time. I've seen plenty of chases where they just call the shit off. It's too dangerous. They call ahead, and then they get from the dispatch that they commander told them, hey, call it off. At some point, you got to consider public safety. Your job is enforcing for public safety. And when you see this motherfucker do donuts and shit that is in the movies and you can't even do it, you gotta say, God damn, he a better driver than me. Well, at what point do you say I gotta let my ego go? Hey, radio ahead, if y'all put a bolo out, be on the lookout. You feel me? And this was in the case of a stolen vehicle. So, bitch, it's only so all these cameras, we're in a camera society now. I'm talking about a chase that happened in South Florida where a cop killed a guy because he was chasing this guy who was fucking high. So you let a guy high on drugs fucking lose you in a pursuit. And you crashed and you supposed to have been sober. They need the first off drug testing. And then second of all, what are you supposed to do? Put that cop back out on the fucking road with his bad driving? Think about that. Okay, you killed somebody because you can't drive for shit. Now we supposed to put you back out on the road to chase a bitch next week and kill somebody else? That at some point, like, okay, you don't go to jail because maybe you protected under this umbrella of immunity, but bitch, you can't be a cop. You on desk duty. You could be a cop, but you on desk duty forever. You got to do like a minute parking tickets, and you've already felt the ultimate test. You took a life pursuing somebody that was reckless endangerment. They call it what you want to call it, reckless, and you killed the innocent motherfucker. So that's just my opinion on that. If a cop kills somebody pursuing somebody, if you're gonna get the other person to charge, then that cop don't need to be out there pursuing nobody no more. Cause what happened when they kill the second person? You gonna get a motherfucker a charge again? The bitch just can't drive. Anyway, with that said, let's talk about another police chase that happened in Georgia. You know how they always say the Florida man? Let's talk about the Georgia man. This gotta be the most Georgia shit ever. Imagine you running from the fucking police and you hit a deer. You, you gotta be fucked up. At that point, you gotta stop and just put your hand out the window. You hit a fuck dog. You imagine where it went? You got all type of shit going through your mind running from the police, and then this fucking deer galloping and shit. Bambi come galloping, and you just hit this bitch, and you like fuck. That just to me, I'm pretty sure he got caught only because he hit the deer. Once he hit that deer, he couldn't even think no more. That he just was fucked up and disturbed. That's the most Georgia shit ever. Um, a former NFL player is suing his wife because his wife say he was wrecking her with his enormous penis. She said shit with like 3 soda cans on top of each other with them. This is my opinion on it. He's pulling a hell of a chess move by suing her. He said he didn't want the attention, but bitch, they always say ain't no such thing as bad publicity. if you suing a woman for putting to the public that your penis is too big, you know how much pussy. Not only do you stand to win against her for well, I guess you can't call it defamation if it's true, but I guess she kind of defamed you in the sense that maybe she fucking fucked it up for bitches that scared of big dicks. You know, like me myself in that same club, I used to feel comfortable cutting the lights out because I used to feel like if I whip it out with the lights on, the bitch gonna be scared. So I whip that bitch out with the lights out, and then I ease a quarter in at a time. Bitch, I'm me, it's 4 quarters to my dick, like a football game. You feel me? Basketball game, bitch. I put the first quarter in you. You vibing with it, I take you to halftime. Oh, you vibing with that? We going into the third. It ain't too many bitches that can make it to the fourth or finish the game. But at the same time, I'm cutting your lights out, bitch. I can't afford for you to really be running this shit. And you gonna run once I'm in that bitch, though. Anyway, Buddy's smart dude. He taking her to court about it. It's good publicity for his sex life and his personal life. And he might actually win some money. Um, you have a great mentality, man. I appreciate that. What happened? The deer died, bro. The deer died. The fucking deer, bro, was on the speed. The cop probably hit the deer too. They're not gonna tell you that shit. Like the deer. First of all, bro, a deer, I don't think he should catch the charge for hitting a deer. Deers are stupid. The scariest time of my life was riding a long time ago, and all these deers was on each side of the road, and all you see is they fucking eyes like reflectors shining back. And all I kept saying to myself in my head, I didn't have the high beam on, I put the low beam on. Them bitches is attracted to that shit. Like, they just, like, that's why they say, like, a deer in headlights. It's a reason why people say that, a deer in head. They're attracted to the shit. They jump out in the road, then it's like they looking and shit. Like, come on, like that he shouldn't be charged with that. You feel me? Mon Squad say, "What's up, man?" Shout out to Mon Squad. All right, let's talk about this. So, man, R.I.P. a rapper named Lil Papa. He gave a prequel to what he was about to do, an underlying message. That's why we always gotta watch these social media things of what's going on and the messages people be sending because sometimes people pleading for help. You did. I'm not one of them. I feel great about life and got everything to live for. And if God grants me that every day of waking up, I'm gonna accept that. With that said, Lil Bruh said he putting out one more album, then he out. He said he gonna go find his peace. This is a person clearly had a life worth listening about. You feel me? In the sense that, hey, you say your first string, congratulations, bro. Welcome. I feel humbled that you would share your first string watching me. Appreciate that, brother. So this is a person who had a life. Like I've always said to myself, if I had to think about what was most interesting with rappers, is the people who had life stories. You feel me? Like perfect example. DMX wasn't my favorite rapper or nowhere near my favorite rapper, but DMX had one of the most interesting lives of all time. Period. Like he got so many people that could vouch for him in so many different states from so many walks of life that have met him through his highs and his lows that you got to say, man, this guy had a story to tell. And so for this guy to have demons hunting him that made him take his life and kind of prophesize it, I would probably want to like, I subscribe. Appreciate that, my brother. I would almost want to like hear that kind of person music to know what they seen that made them. I'm always like interested in knowing what a person seen that made them because like it shouldn't be really nothing that leads you to that. Well, that's a lie. If you molest a fucking child, bitch, you probably should kill yourself, bitch. Like if you're not drawn to killing yourself or contemplating it after doing it, then you're a fucking devil. Anyway, uh, LaMelo Ball crashes his Hummer. Dog, this Hummer was so fucking raw, dog. It was wrapped by a group called DreamWorks and had some crazy tires on it. And I was looking at the Hummer saying, I ain't never seen a Hummer this hard in my life. What's my opinion about the Epstein files? I've given that several times, but since you're new to this, I'll just simply say that I had something too, because I had to prep myself on when a person asked me about the Epstein files, what else I'm gonna say about it. But all I could continue to tell you is, man, There are so many Epsteins in this world, bro. The people that we don't know about that ain't they shit ain't came about yet. We can't really we can't hang they balls to the fire because we don't know until we know. When you know, then you like, oh fuck. And so they trying to muddy the waters, like they throwing all these names out. Bitch, they might well. I was about to say Jesse Jackson just died. Bitch, don't be surprised if they try to throw his name in the fucking hat for being on the island. Bitch, like we not in none of that shit, but they just trying to muddy the waters to where, hey, everybody, they naming motherfuckers that was like dead before Epstein was born just to try to like dilute the shit. Bro, this it's so crazy and so to me, I'm with the mindset that they might as well come out. I respect a man that could just stand on business. If you fucking little kids and sacrificing kids, I don't know about the sacrifice part, but you sacrificing them because you don't know where the kid mind gonna go after you just molested their ass. They might fucking. That's another thing people kill themselves about. So with that said, dog, you done fucking practically killed the person, and now you out here just you scared to die. I ain't never respected nobody that'll take a life that's scared to die. How like I don't respect that shit. Like I respect like I done seen people recently. It's this dude in South Florida. He done killed a couple people on camera. And he recently killed like a little Asian kid. And when they came in court, he pleaded guilty. He did an open plea and just pleaded guilty. Like fuck this shit. I fucked up. Like, I respect no kind of humans. Like, I want to see these people that if you fucking out here fucking kids and you got all the money, all the power, bitch, step forward and say, bitch, this is how we living. We got the power. We love fucking kids. Stand on that shit. And then see what comes from that shit. Be prepared for what. Rep your gang gang. You know how the little niggas say gang gang. Well, I hate this song, but it be stuck in my head. I be outside with my gang gang. And then do you gang bang? Fucking you niggas with your little rich gang, raping little kids and shit. Stand on that with your gang. You got all the power. Because one thing you know that I know that money is not gonna protect the bitch from fucking Luigi Manzone in your fucking ass. Nigga just run up and say fuck it all in broad daylight. Fuck it all. Anyway, uh, LaMelo not fault for the crash. His homer so fucking hard. Bitch had to be glazing at that shit. Like this shit is hard and crashing now. Technical colleges are starting to focus more on training into EV electric vehicles, and I'm happy about that shit. They got like a college in Georgia where they focusing on training their students on fucking like newer cars and newer models. And that's what I'm talking about because it's this guy I be watching. I think his name Alex. So he always showcasing these cars. And I'm like, man, when I see a Chinese car, I get pissed. I be like, this is why I buy used cars because like you can't finance no American piece of shit fucking for $50,000 when that same $50,000 will get you a car that could sell for $400,000 in America and China. These bitches is so far ahead of us in technology as far as they whips that if you was to get one of these raw ass cars, you can't take it to your local mechanic. You can't take it to no Midas. You think they gonna get a Midas touch to your fucking raw ass car? So we was overpaying these barbers, and I ain't been to no barber in a billion years. But what we should have been overpaying, I ain't gonna say overpaying because they do charge high as fuck. But people that should get paid like doctors is mechanics. That's a fucking doctor to your car. Your car is your livelihood. That makes you money. And when this motherfucker learns more shit, because the car industry don't make it no easier, I think we either need to go back. Okay, we don't want to be like China, cool, but let's make this shit where you could do a tune up your own self. Bitch, you ain't got the goddamn spark plugs up under the damn dashboard down there. Well, bitch can't even reach the shit. Or you ain't got the transmission for me to do a transmission fluid change. I ain't got to goddamn take the wheelbarrow off or some shit, the wheel off. Like, come on, you motherfuckers is doing too much because they at this point you want to oversell the car and then you want to make more money off of fucking customer service that I'm gonna have to go get because like remember the day to me the most simplest car ever is probably the greatest car ever, a 1996 Toyota Corolla. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. 1996 Toyota Corolla, put that bitch in the Hall of Fame. It'll make anybody look like a genius. You could do your own tune-up, change your oil. You could change the headers on that bitch. It is the most simplest car ever. All this shit that you got, you can't. And then with these torque screws and shit, bitch, my damn rearview mirror been fucked up for a minute now. I can't even get. I don't watch the YouTube video even after watching the bitch. I can't fix the rearview fucking mirror. I done bought, bitch. What a torque screw at? So you see, I ain't lying, bitch. Nigga, this a torque screw right here. I bought the torque screw and up. Like, bitch, what happened to the Phillips screw? A Phillips screw ain't good no more. A flathead screw, everything gotta be torque wrench. And even still, I can't put the bitch back on. Like, anyway, shout out to the technical colleges training these kids in better ways to fix shit and making greater mechanics, because mechanics gonna have to be great when the cars become greater. Lifeguards. So they got, like, a little program with the youngins and shit, Parks and Recreation, and they hiring, and they say the lifeguards can be 16. That's fucked up. If I'm not sending my child nowhere where the lifeguard is 16. Motherfuckers is so glued into their phone at 20. We live in the phone. I was just talking about Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg just went to try today about addiction. You think I want a lifeguard that's looking at his goddamn phone? I ain't trying to take no jobs from the jits. But when we was kids, 16, that mean you a bag boy at a grocery store. That's like a kid job, 16 to 20 type shit. Fucking, you want to be, maybe you drive. Hell, I would rather you DoorDash, a little dangerous, but DoorDash, nigga, Uber Eats. Fucking that's, but lifeguard, were you responsible for a bitch? You couldn't even be pissed if something was to happen crazy and you trying to come at the 16-year-old. Why wasn't you paying attention to the pool? Why wasn't you paying attention to the beach? 16, motherfucker. I ain't even got to tell you what social platform I was on. I'm 16, bitch. My attention is everywhere. I might even be looking at the bitch ass over here. Like, I ain't thinking about these little niggas in the pool. I'm just trying to get the hell on. Anyway, Peter Green. R.I.P. Peter Green. He was an actor. I can't think about what. Like, every time I think about Peter Green, I think about, like, him playing, like, a villain kind of role. Like, he just had that shady face, shady vibe. And, like, he died even kind of shady. And I think that he committed suicide. I'm ruling it as suicide, allegedly. Because fucking, they say he shot. Like, folks gonna try to cover up for each other. But, bitch, you shot yourself in the armpit, which is like me raising my fucking arm. Bitch, that's where your left armpit, that's where your heart at, bitch. That's almost like putting a gun in. How you fucking asking, how you even get a gun pointed at your fucking heart like a big-ass gun? Like, you gonna have to probably squeeze with your thumb just for the bitch to be ain't. Come on, that's suicide. Just was on some different kind of suicide. Had the music blasting. He was wasted, probably drunk as out of his mind, and going through some shit, and motherfucking committed suicide. Y'all could try to paint that bitch as he accidental death. Man, please. Suicide. Bless his heart. God bless. They doing a Baywatch reboot. That's gonna be dope. Not really. Depends on who they choose. Like, Baywatch reboot sounds dope because we remember the nostalgia. Pamela Anderson running. Dum, 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 dum. Big ass titties bouncing up. I think Carmen Electra was on that shit. Dum, 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 dum. They should have had some black women on Baywatch. You know who should have been on Baywatch if she was old enough? Fucking Lisa from Saved by the Bell, nigga. I would have been tuned. Like, let's talk about the women that could. That's the conversation I might spark for tomorrow, because I'm gonna have to do some research. But if I had, I'm gonna give y'all a list tomorrow. Please, somebody remind me to do a list of who should have been on the original Baywatch that was black. I'm gonna start off with Vanessa Williams. She was bad, and that was around her time. Fucking who is Robin Givens? Oh, fucking yeah, you goddamn right. Other than that Tyson shit, cause like, I just feel so sorry for Tyson. I'll never forget that shit. Like, she said he be hitting me, and Tyson just on fucking dope. He can't even fucking respond to this shit. I just felt like, damn, girl, you did my dog dirty. But she's super fucking fine back in those days, especially Boomerang shit. Um, who could have been? It's this actress, bruh. She not her name Dillard. I don't know her last name Dillard. I can't think of her first name or none of that shit. But she was like the baddest back in those days. She should the wife on the Parenthood could have did it. We gonna make that list tomorrow. I ain't gonna go down that lane. But as far as the reboot, if they was to do the reboot today, I think that it needs some star power. Like star power to me, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for new actors, and I watch a lot of independent movies over like big Hollywood movies and shit. But when you trying to do a reboot, I think you need to come with it like fully. You ain't taking no chances on no new actors, bitch. I'm coming with some names. So I would have came with. See, sad to say Nicki Minaj were not sad. Otherwise, I ain't never seen her in no acting role. She probably can't. She does a great job at acting. I ain't gonna say she can't act. The bitch been acting for the last 2 years, acting like she like Trump, bitch. That hoe is a hell of an actor. Acting like she been American the whole time. Bitch, she's a great actor. Acting like she ain't into pedophiles. The bitch is an amazing actor. She needs an Academy Award. But at the same time, I'm not gonna mention her in the race. But I would have said Cardi B. Motherfucking can you imagine Cardi B on Baywatch? Hey, papi. Motherfucker just want him from Cuba and shit, and they drowning because they on their last mile trying to get to the beach, and bitch Cardi B come in, papi. Oh, that shit would have been hard as fuck. Nigga, put Cardi B on Baywatch. Put like bad singers and R&B women singers and R&B women singers and female rappers on that shit. That's like type. It ain't too many female rappers. But if I was to mention, I mentioned Cardi B, so let me mention the R&B singer. That's crazy. I be knowing these women voices, but I don't be knowing what their face look like. Oh, Doja Cat, bitch. Boom. Cam Newton, and we about to wrap this up. We're getting close to the end. We wind it down. Cam Newton says a woman's value decline with each kid. Bless your heart, Cam Newton, boy. You a real nigga for that, boy. Go ahead and speak that truth and tell the truth and shame the devil. I wanted to start this new saying instead of tell the truth and shame the devil. I wanted to say, what's damn, bro? I'm getting sleepy because I can't think about what I was saying all day yesterday. I was saying, I'll tell y'all tomorrow if I can end up thinking about this saying I was saying instead of tell the truth and shame the devil. But bottom line is, man, that's a fact. My dad, I witnessed my father. Nah, I ain't gonna call him my father. I'll give that nigga credit. My sperm donor told my sister, who's older than me, when she had one kid, because she had her first kid like at 17. And my dad say, listen, I'm gonna support you. Mind you, this nigga got X amount of sons and had 3 daughters, right? But a shitload of sons. And he used to tell all of us, he be like, man, I'm gonna do for my daughters over you niggas. Fuck you niggas. Pussy nigga, but still, he said that. So he's telling my sister, don't have no more babies, and I'm gonna make sure your life is treasured and you good. What my sister do? Not only she have another baby, she have 3 more babies, and with no 3 more babies, 3 more baby daddies. So 4 kids, 4 baby daddies. So imagine a father. This is what women don't be thinking about. Like, man, what the fuck your daddy supposed to be thinking? That's how you can tell real respect for women, because they don't give a fuck about the clout and the shit that they chasing. And even these hoes that be booty shaking, famous bitches and all. Like, we just talked about Cardi, but let's mention, I got to mention her in a negative light now. I don't give a fuck how much millions you can't give me enough money to make me not think that my daughter is shaking her ass for the world to see. You think I'm cool with that shit? You think a real man, a real father that changed your fucking doodle diapers, your motherfucking pissy panties, is cool with seeing his grown ass daughter shake her ass? Just call me old school, bitch. I catch my daughter shaking ass from any age. 30, 40, 50 years old. I'd be 80 years old, chasing her down with a belt. You got me fucked up. Not on me, not mine. Got me fucked up. That's the real respect. The women that I love, a woman that respect her parts, dog. Like, That's the most sexiest fucking thing. A woman that respect their daddy and got a great relationship with their daddy. The women that just like in love, like that, like how they say a man, the first person you love is your mama, the first woman you love, first woman you. Same thing, bro. For a real day to day dad, bitch, you supposed to be in love with me and you supposed to honor my word. I ain't gonna lead you astray. I ain't gonna lead you wrong. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. So motherfucking dog, don't embarrass me, dog. Don't be out here shaking no motherfucking ass, dog. You want to have fun with your little friends, and you still a female. You in the club, maybe you doing your thing. Okay, do your thing in the club. You're a human, but you doing that shit for profit. Monopolizing your body, using your sexuality to make a dollar. Bitch, I raised you better than that. You got me fucked, dog. So back to Cam Newton point though, and back to using my dad as an example. My sister went ahead and had another kid. Her value went down. By the time she met her last baby daddy, well, I don't know if she don't have kids since, but I'm assuming she haven't. This nigga went to high school with me. He was a loser from the get-go. She played this nigga twice. Matter of fact, she didn't have a baby with this nigga until after she played the nigga, dumped the nigga, and started fucking this famous nigga. Cause my sister fine as fuck. So watch this. Goddamn. The first time the nigga came around, he telling me, he like, hey boy, man, your sister's so fine, she's so bad. I'm like, I'm saying I can't play my sister. So I'm just like listening to this nigga. But in my head, I'm thinking, boy, she finna spit you up. What they say, chew you up and spit you out. Man, my sister made that nigga buy at that time she had 3 kids. She made that nigga buy all 3 of her kids a tablet, made that nigga buy her a cell phone, turn the cell phone on, and then once he turned the cell phone on, she changed the fucking number. It just so happened this nigga was such a persistent nigga. He stayed on her for 2 years until she finally done exhausted all the niggas that did, like, cause she was fucking with some couple famous niggas. And when them niggas went on about their way and nobody was left, she come back to this nigga. And he, by this time, this nigga got his own. Matter of fact, I got this working with the nigga, cause the nigga had a company. He was getting money. So I got this, but he's a fuck nigga though. He's a serious fuck nigga. But I got this when I was working with the nigga, this, that, and the third. So anyway, the nigga making about $20,000 a month, right? Bitch, my sister. This the point I'm gonna make. Let's get to the point. Fucking they end up having a kid, you know, and it just goes to show that her value had went from, cause this nigga is not a appealing nigga, ugly ass nigga. But it went from you can have any nigga you want, these celebrity niggas, to the more kids you have, the niggas that's bidding for you. And one thing women don't understand is, like I tell my stepsister ain't even got no kids. My stepsister look exactly like Brandy. Exactly like Brandy. The fucking superstar Brandy. Literally like Brandy. Same, better than Brandy. And guess what? Motherfucking your age, like, it's 2 things that's working against a woman with these niggas. Not me, cause I like you 40 and you fine, bitch. You on my radar. But most men, they're not checking for no bitch that's 40. They're not checking for no bitch that's 50. Hell, they're not even checking for a bitch that's 30. And so you have these chicks having these so many kids young, and their body getting just ripped up from natural life. Stomach fat, big, all scratch marks and shit. This, that, and pussy wide. Maybe natural birth or whatever, but pussy done been scratch. And niggas is like, So the more baggage you carry, unless you name Cardi B and you got millions of dollars, well, a nigga can look, no pun intended, but a nigga can offset that. Or a nigga motherfucking, or the fact that she can afford to get her body done, and a nigga like, okay, I want to crush her. If you can't pay to get your body done and you ain't got no money, well, you not dependent upon. Like, I hate a bitch that talk about, I don't want a man that can't do for me and my kids. Did you hold your baby daddy to the same standards? Fuck is you talking about? You and your kids, funky bitch. Did you like, women gonna have to wake the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I say this topic for last. Ain't no nigga, ain't. But I wish I had me something to drink so I could take a sip. Let me get myself together. Woman, You think I work my fucking life this fucking hard in my fucking life so I can take care of bitch a nigga threw away? A nigga disregarded? Why do you want to get with me? And all of a sudden, it's like the old church song. I gotta clean up what I messed up. Started my life over again. No, 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 no. Mess up with me. Mess up with me. Do that same whole shit with me. Suck me up and go on about your business with me. Treat me like the nigga. Don't. I used to be such a, I ain't gonna say a silly nigga. What you call it? I was just young. I used to think that I can understand why a bitch will fall in love with me. Because I myself as a man, I don't fucking fell in love with certain women that's not deserving of the glory and shitted on other women and just fucked them. All because what a person could have did for me. So one time a female, I needed my car fixed, and she spent some money to fix my car. Her spending that money to fix my car made me feel indebted to her, and I gave her more than me than what she should have got. Same thing with women. Freaking a woman give a man more than what he should have got, and then turn around and tell the next nigga, I'm tired of that. I know, no, I'm done with niggas. I ain't never let a nigga play me again. Oh, but you'll let them sorry ass niggas before me play you. Because this shit supposed to get sweeter and better in life. So you supposed to be climbing up the ladder. So now you want to climb your pussy ass to the top and tell me about what you ain't gonna go through no more? When you went through it on the bottom level? How the hell you make it to level 5 and tell me what you ain't finna put up with on level 5 when you was putting up with it on level 1 niggas? Common sense. So I say this to say that, man, Cam Newton, you right. Each kid of a woman has your value drops. And if we just gonna put a number on the shit, I'm gonna say by the time you got 3 kids, it's over with, bitch. It's nothing but sex partners after that. It ain't nothing but sex partners. One kid, a nigga be like, all right, bitch, a nigga play like, bitch, he stepped that all day, nigga, da. Bitch, the rest of your kid, cause a nigga still, you gotta think, us niggas, we think years in advance. So, bitch, okay, bitch, the rest of these kids finna be mine, nigga. Okay, first Jit, bitch, I gotta really treat Jit right, because Jit finna be the oldest child of the rest of her kids, which is gonna be mine. We be thinking shit years in advance. 2 kids, that's very tough. That a lot of niggas been on extra out at 2. But a nigga like, all right, bitch, 2 kids, okay. Damn, okay. All right, bitch, I'm gonna look out for these. Really though, 2 kids are work if the nigga knew you before you had the kids. Cause the nigga like, bitch, I know her, I trust in her value as a woman that, okay, she got 2 jits, but bitch, we could probably work this shit out cause she got 2 kids. But I know her as a person, she good peoples. 3 fucking kids. You gotta ask yourself as the woman, is he here for me or here for one of my kids? Cause like ain't no what the fuck, especially if he ain't got no kids. Oh bitch. So we gotta I'm gonna rephrase the Cam Newton shit. Not only does her value drop, it definitely drops with a man with no kids. Now a man with kids, okay, bitch, I got my own little baggage, I understand this and that. But even still, 3 kids is gonna be hard to explain to my kids why I'm always broke. Think about that shit. Let's just look at it from a realistic standpoint. I got 2 kids, 3 kids, and now I meet this woman with 3 kids, and I gotta tell my jit he can't get no Jordans this month because I'm finna buy. Let's just make up a name. Sharonda 3 kids Jordans, and I can't buy all 6 motherfuckers Jordans. So I'm taking on this shit. So it's an economical thing, bro. Like this shit is we live in a time where motherfucker have to make economical decisions. And economically, I can't spoil you and your goddamn kids while your baby daddies get to fucking just kick their feet up and they ain't did shit with their life. And them niggas living with their mama. But I'm your cash cow. I'm the sucker. This nigga got to fuck you up. Think about this too. Cause us niggas is petty. Your first baby daddy fucked you at your baddest. You was the bad bitch. Everybody wanted you. Was highly sought after. Everybody wanted you. Nigga like me couldn't even get you back then. Couldn't get your attention. But nah, that nigga shit on you, he ain't do nothing with his life. End up being nothing in his life. Gold digger. It's beyond just gold digger because you gotta understand. Half the hoes ain't even getting no gold. They just getting the scraps. You feel me? This bitch is, let's call her a scrapper. Let's abandon the word gold digger and call her a scrapper. She's fighting for scraps, crumbs. And at this point, she's like, bitch, first nigga fall for this shit. I got him. The rest of them niggas ain't have to do nothing, bare minimum. Now you telling me that your standard is such and such. And I gotta watch these little. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this on that Cam Newton shit. And I'm gonna give you the last ending of it from a different angle. No saying women who little brother just said gold digger, you putting your kids in danger. Because if that nigga is this great guy, let's just say he is what you thinking he is or hoping he is. Say he's this great guy that you got 3 kids and he just accepts all of y'all. And he just goes bust his ass as if them his 3 kids. And all of a sudden you want to cheat on him or do something foul to this nigga. That's why we see all these news cases. And that's another argument going back to the point I was making about when these judges be granting custody because they never consider that shit. These niggas kill everybody in the fucking house because ain't nobody in the house they kid. Nobody in this bitch is mine. I done seen cases where they got 1 kid with the lady and maybe 3 other kids ain't his. He the nigga killed the other 3 kids. He killed a woman. He killed himself and leave his kid alive. So you putting other niggas' babies, them loser niggas that you like to fuck, the loser niggas that you chase so bad, the loser niggas that you really love, their kids is in danger now. Because you got this hard working ass nigga that's fed up with you and the little motherfuckers. And he finna X all y'all out. So a bitch with 3 kids need to be focusing on Jesus being her man. You know, that's what the grandmas used to say when they was raising kids. They say, my man is the Lord. And they get them some outside dick and they work their ass off. See, these bitches don't want to work. That's their problem. You can fucking, at 3 kids, you need to just give up being in a monogamous or committed relationship and realize you're supposed to be fucking and working like a man. You're a man now. So I'm going to finish this conversation like this, I promise. If you got 3 kids, you are officially a man now. You need to think like a man. A man goes to work all the time and get pussy when he can. You need to go to work all the time and get dick when you can. All that fucking committed relationship, this and that, so a nigga can bust you in your kid's head, is out the window. It's over with. And I'm going to finish this segment by saying RIP to the little mama who died in Broward County today. I said in the beginning of this shit that I'm going to finish my thing with a rest in peace. Somebody died in the Greens. Man, bless your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? They say it could have been over anything, drugs, this, that, and this, and this, and that. Man, just shout out everybody trying to get out the struggle and make it out the struggle. And, you know, it touched my heart, especially when it be from the home team, because I had me like stuck on Facebook trying to figure out who the fuck died, man, who the fuck died, and I was on that bitch for hours, and it's just like, so I'm gonna give a shout out like to the family, condolences, all that, man, and just, man, to anybody that's struggling in life and get off those drugs, try to find yourself, make peace with yourself, and focus on life and love. That part, man. I'm out. Y'all take care.